Seth Rollins versus CM Punk is not the feud of the year. I bring this up because of this post asking what do we think is the WWE feud of the year. And I answered Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, stating that you cannot convince me that any other feud in WWE has been better than this. And then there's people saying that no, it is CM Punk versus Seth Rollins easily. And I beg to differ. As a matter of fact, this feud alone isn't even near the same quality as CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre from last year. First things first, I need to remind you guys that CM Punk and Seth Rollins have only had 2 one-on-one matches this year, both of them being on Monday Night Raw. With CM Punk winning the first match in the Netflix debut and Seth Rollins winning the second match inside a steel cage, only thanks to the interference of Roman Reigns. But when it comes to fighting one-on-one on PLE, these two have never done that. Instead, when it comes to PLE matches, these two have only fought on multi-man matches, Elimination Chamber with 4 other competitors, WrestleMania including Roman Reigns, Clash in Paris and a Fatal 4-Way including Jey Uso and LA Knight, and then recently the mixed tag team match at WrestlePalooza with Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. Do not bring up SummerSlam technically being a one-on-one match because I don't count that Money in the Bank cash-in at all. This feud technically started in November of 2023 and it's been dragged out to hell by WWE to the point where I don't even care about the feud anymore. On paper, this should have been a generational feud between these two due to their real-life hatred, but the execution has been terrible and this felt more like a one-sided feud for a very long time because it was Seth Rollins constantly antagonizing Punk, while Punk always saw Seth Rollins more like a nuisance. Now compare that to Becky versus Lyra. Both women hated each other equally. Both women were fighting for something important, which was the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and both women fought each other on PLE constantly. The feud lasted 4 months and they hated each other consistently in that time frame. They had 4 back-to-back PLE bangers, and only one of them was a multi-woman match, which was the Triple Threat Evolution involving Bayley, which made storyline sense. And then their feud ended at SummerSlam and these two parted ways. Hell, comparing this feud to Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk from last year makes it even worse because that feud lasted 10 months and they hated each other consistently. And they had 3 back-to-back banger PLE matches. SummerSlam, Bash in Berlin, and the feud ended in bad blood inside Hell in a Cell. And they went their separate ways once that was done. WWE even knows that they failed this feud to the point that they brought back AJ Lee to try and salvage it. But now that the mixed tag team match at WrestlePalooza is over, I am not hyped to see this feud continue. So again, the 2025 feud of the year for me is Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch because WWE have completely butchered the execution of Seth Rollins versus CM Punk.